much for joining us. It is Living Local DMV. I'm Sharice Gomez. It is Father's Day weekend coming up, and we are switching things up today. We are celebrating Father's Day early and showing some love to the men out there. And to help us with that, we are joined by an expert panel of fine fathers. You all just dust your shoulders off because you are the fine fathers we are celebrating today. And I'd like to welcome to the show Austin Graff, Curtis Price, Andre Nettles, and Antoine Gay. First and foremost, gentlemen, happy early Father's Day.
Thank you.
How's everybody feeling today?
Feels good to be dad.
Feels good to be dad. I love it. I love it. And I was talking to you all ahead of the show. First and foremost, we are celebrating fathers. I don't feel like fathers get enough celebration, but you're going to get all the love and flowers today on this show. One concept that I have heard and I have seen circulating around the internet streets is active fatherhood. And I want to ask each of you, what does active fatherhood mean to you? But you know what, before we kick that off, let's go one by one. Tell us who your children are, brag about your children, their ages, and we'll start from there. So would you like to start?
Yeah, so my name is Austin, and I have a daughter who is 7 and is about to graduate from 1st grade. Okay. And she is the best.
Oh, love it, love it.
My name's Curtis. I have 2 wonderful children. My daughter, Layla, just graduated middle school at CMIT North. Nice. And I have a son, Aaron, who just graduated elementary school last week from CMIT North as well.
Nice. Congratulations in order to both of you dads. Antoine?
I'm Antoine, and I have 2 grown children. One is 30, one is 31.
How is that possible when you're 30? How'd that math work out?
I don't know. I'm going to try to work on it. But I'm focusing more on my grandchildren. I have 3 grandchildren, 8, 10, and 12. And so right now my parenting is turned to focus on them.
It's a blessing, a blessing. Andre?
My name is Andre. I have 6 children. I have a 33-year-old named Ramika. I have a 14-year-old daughter named Karma. I have a 13-year-old daughter named Joey. I have a 12-year-old son named Gabriel, and a 10-year-old daughter named Peace, and I have a 2-year-old named Yahari.
Wow. You got your hands full, Andre.
The 2-year-old, she's the one that's actually living with me now. She's the chief and commander.
Commander-in-chief at 2 years old. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Well, Andre, I want you to kick things off with active fatherhood. As you said, you have 6 children, and you're a single father, correct?
That's correct.
Tell me what active fatherhood means to you, and tell us a little bit about District Dads.
Active fatherhood means to me, it's actually showing up, being present, making them feel worthy, being in their life in every way you can. As far as District Dads, it's a program that's been put together by Martha's Table, and it brings fathers together, whether they're single or just, you know, they could be in a relationship, but it brings fathers together and we talk about how conflict resolution, maybe with your ex, or how to spend more time with your child, you know, reading to them, showing them love. That's the core. Showing your child love, I mean, whatever it may take. Picking them up, throwing them up, you know, going out playing in the yard with them, whatever. You know, love is the key component that you want to make them feel. And in all aspects.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Antoine, I saw you shaking your head. So tell me how you're active fathering and grandfathering.
Piggybacking again on what my man said, love is the most precious things we've been given, and children need it, and they need it especially from a father. I mean, mothers are definitely, we already know, are nurturers, but they need to receive that love of a father, that affirmation, and time is the other thing that is so precious. We can get caught up in working and careers and things like that, and sometimes our own little activities, but that time with our children, especially coming from a father, is very vital. And in my book that I wrote, I talk about the things that a kid can go through, a child can go through, and especially boys, when father isn't there, or that lack of affirmation. And sometimes we go through our life trying to look for that, and we can mess up other relationships because of what we didn't get from our father.
Now, Antoine, you're giving out free advice now. You're going to have to charge you. That's a very expensive real estate there to talk about the pivotal position a father plays. Austin, you are a girl dad. And just like Antoine said, dads play a very important role. How do you feel how important it is to be a girl dad and being an active role in your daughter's life, which I see you guys have a blast on social media, first and foremost. I'm jealous. You guys go out there and you're really taking active fatherhood to another level.
Yeah, I really enjoy being a girl dad, and I think, so my wife and I tried to do what's called co-parenting, and so we both have demanding jobs, and so we want to split our responsibilities equally, and in this season of our careers, I am actually the more main parent, and so I do pickup, I do drop off. If Addie is sick, I'm the one that goes and takes her to the doctor's office, and I think it's been really fun to really just see her for just who she is, and that just takes curiosity to kind of slow down and really see someone and be curious and ask her questions, and then try to do activities that kind of fit who she is or who she is becoming, which led us to exploring DC, especially during the pandemic. We're like, if we're gonna be stuck in our house, all of us, and for much longer than we expected, I decided to teach her the alphabet by exploring different neighborhoods throughout the city, and that took a lot of just me being proactive to kind of research where we're going to go, to find activities that she would actually enjoy, and it just provided this experience for her that just fit who she is, and it took me slowing down to really get to know her and just constantly be curious about who she is.
Very important, very important. And Curtis, you have 2 children in the preteen and teen years. Correct? Teen. We're fully in teen years. So tell me how interesting it is being a father to teenagers in the social media era.
Well, that's a whole segment in and of itself.
We have a little bit of time. We have a little bit of time.
It's very interesting, because we didn't grow up with this technology. I mean, I remember when call waiting was a big deal. You could actually click over.
That was the technology.
That was technology, So that's been one thing too, just being really mindful of allowing. My son just got his first phone, so he graduated elementary school, so it was like, here's part of the graduation.
That's a big deal.
Now you have, your phone. So really letting them know that the phone is very powerful. So you can get a lot of information from it, so you can kind of use it for good, or you can use it for just mindlessness. So really trying to instill in them, like, hey, if you have a question, YouTube is for more than just gaming, or, there's a whole plethora of information out there. Use this technology really for your benefit and not just to just be mindless entertainment.
Yeah, mindless scrolling is dangerous. Mindless scrolling.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a father you have to safeguard them from the internet?
Yeah, well, I'm a little different, where even when they were in the stroller, I changed the music I would listen to because I don't want any real negative, lower vibrational energy coming in. So they grew up really listening to a lot of classical, more chill hop Zen music. Because I knew that they would get the trending hip hop that was going to be out. It's just going to happen anyway. So just being mindful of kind of how they receive this information, and was like, well, we'll just set it up like this out the gate, and then I have great kids.
Amazing. Well, you know what, fathers, you guys stick around. We have so much more to talk about. We're going to talk about love and dating. How did your perceptions change? We have one single dad on the panel. So how did your perception change when you became a father? How do you talk to your parents and your kids and your teenagers about love and dating? How do you think about love and dating for your daughter going forward? And think about those grandkids. How do you have those conversations about the birds and the bees? We're going to talk about all of that stuff later on in the show, so stick with us.